Hey y'all, Cam Walker here, Texas agent, back with another episode of Meet the Hill Country. Today we are at the Patrick Heath Public Library. It wasn't quite on my radar to do the library just yet, but on Tuesday when I got the Boerne Star, there's a really cool article in here, if I can open it up, about the springtime story walk on the old number 9 trail. So I thought, you know what, let's go check it out. Let's go check out the library and let's see what this is all about. Part of what I wanted to do was look at the history. I don't know if you realize it, but this is actually the 4th location for the library. Back in the fall of 1951, Boerne didn't have a library, and there was a group of residents, citizens, called the Boerne Grange. It was a family-oriented fraternal organization, and they decided, hey, we need a library. So they pulled their resources, and on a wing and a prayer, they built a library in the old firehouse. The library became popular. More people began to use it. More books were donated. Books were purchased. They outgrew their space. In 1964, a building fund was started when the Boerne Grange applied for a grant, and they were awarded a $5,000 grant that was sponsored by the National Grange and the Sears Roebuck Foundation. They took that $5,000, and along with some fundraising and asking for donations, they raised $38,000, which allowed them to build the next library, housed at 402 East Blanco, and that building was dedicated on April 16th, 1967. Fast forward 10 years, the Boerne Grange is doing great. They're taking care of the library, but in 1977, they decided to hand it over to the city of Boerne. City of Boerne took control, and once again, they outgrew the space. So in 1988, they started looking for a new building, and they actually purchased the Dinger building, which is kind of catty corner from here. Now, the Dinger building was originally built in 1884. It was a general store and a residence for the Dinger family here in Boerne. And then it had been sold, and it was the Antlers. So it needed some remodeling. City came in, did the remodeling, made it work for a library. And that one actually was dedicated on June 2nd, 1991. Fast forward, we are now in May of 2007, and the city of Boerne put out for a $5 million bond and then raised additional, I think, $2 million so that they could build the new building, the 4th building, the Patrick Heath Public Library, which once again was named after our mayor who was here from 1987 to 2007. The new library opened its doors June 4th, 2011. And still today it's open 6 days a week, Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. There is so much about this library that I didn't know until I started researching it. You, of course, can go in, you can get physical books, magazines, you can rent DVDs, but there are so many online resources. There's a tutoring resource if you go online. You can look at the history of families and buildings and Boerne. There's college prep resources, there's government resources, there's events and classes for adults, for teens, for little ones. There's computers you can use. You can send stuff from your house to the library to be printed. They've got notaries on site. You can book a space. There's 5 study rooms, there's a quiet room, there's a conference room, and then there's a bigger, large meeting room. I know we've used it several times for Leadership Boerne. Outside you have the amphitheater, and they do live music. The amphitheater, I think, is booked through Boerne Parks. It is a beautiful facility. The grounds are fabulous. There's all sorts of informational stuff. There's native trees, there's artwork, and it connects to the old number 9 trail, which is why we came here today. And we're going to check that out in a little bit. We're out here now at the old number 9 trail. Let's go check out the Storytime Story Walk. So I, of course, could continue down the trail. I could show you the rest of the story, but I don't want to ruin the end. I'd rather invite you out. Bring your kids, bring your parents, take a stroll down the old number 9 trail, read the story as a family, get some fresh air. Come enjoy the library and the resources it has to offer. I hope you've learned a little bit today. I hope you enjoyed the history. I know I've had fun researching it. I've had fun putting this together for you all. And until I see you again, have a wonderful week.